think now we are live. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. So let me start sharing with you this picture. So what do you see here? Number one. What do you see here? Can anybody tell?
Yeah, he's doing a landmine right there. That is a landmine.
Yes, landmine, and someone is trying to remove such mine, right?
Right.
So landmine, and someone is trying to remove this. Right. We have thousands, or we can say hundreds of thousands of those people who are landmine removers in every successful project, in every store, in every grocery, in every company, in every school, everywhere. We have these mine removers. Those are the customer service. Why they are called by scholars that they are the mine removers? Why? Can anybody tell? Because they deal with what? Because they deal with the mistakes of people. They want to bring satisfaction to the hearts of the customer. Try to absorb any anger from the customers. That's why if we have a strong and qualified customer service, then we have a successful company, a successful project. That's why a lot of money is spent for the customer service, and they choose the best people. Those who are patient, and those who deal with the mistakes of others, and those who have a self-control. So our topic today is about mistakes. The people in the house around us make mistakes. The people at work make mistakes. The students in the school make mistakes. My classmates make mistakes. The husband make mistakes. The kids make mistakes. And the fathers and the mothers, they make mistakes. How to deal with the mistakes from a religious perspective, from examples of the Sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is what we are going to learn today. This we are going to discuss based on what came in the Sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ready, inshallah?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want you to spell the word mistake. Can you spell it for us, Abu Ishaq?
M-I-S-T-A-K-E.
So that's why I wanna use these initials and acronyms. Sister Michelle is here. Abu Adam is here.
Yes. I'm sorry, I had to mute because I was coughing.
No, that's fine. Abu Adam is here. Adam, Sister Michelle, are you here? Sister Michelle, because this is very important for the teachers. Bismillah. So we deal with the mistakes of anyone around us based and in the light of what came in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These reactions for the mistake from our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we will spell the word mistake in a practical way, in a way that we mention the methods and the techniques that came in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in dealing with the mistakes in 10 minutes. So we have 7 mistakes, 7 letters now in the word mistake. We have M-I-S-T-A-K-E. We will give a technique and a practical technique, a religious technique came in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Let us see. Start with the first letter. We have M. M signifies, indicates moving the foggy picture from the one and from the eyes of the one who makes the mistakes. Like what, Abu Ishaq? Like what, Brother Zafar? A man came to the Prophet, a young man. What did he ask the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ for? He asked the Prophet to admit him and allow him to commit fornication, adultery, zina. We say fornication because he's a young man. So now the Prophet ﷺ did what? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ moved this foggy picture. The Prophet ﷺ wanted to tell him that it is haram. When the kids make mistakes, when some people in the masjid around us make mistakes, when some classmates make mistakes, when some people in the neighborhood make mistakes, sometimes they don't know. So it's our job to use the letter M. What does it signify, Brother Zafar?
Mistake, sorry.
Yeah, here is the point. Someone joined us, so we will try to start from the beginning, inshallah. We are talking about mind movers. The mind removers are those who remove the land mines that may explode at any time. So those people, they do a good job. Similar to them are the customer service in any place, and those people, they deal with the customers and they deal with the mistakes with others. So now we will try to learn from the Sunnah of the Prophet how to deal with the mistakes of others based on the initials of this word, mistake, M-I-S-T-A-K-E. So each letter will signify some of the religious techniques that used by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I will start with M. So M signifies moving the foggy picture, clearing out the vision of the one who makes the mistake. And I give an example with the man who wanted the Prophet to allow him to commit the haram, the fornication. The Prophet Muhammad explained everything for him. The Prophet Muhammad told him that you cannot accept this for your daughter. You cannot accept it for your mother. You cannot accept it for your sister. Now, why do you accept it for the daughters of others, the sisters of others, the mothers of others? So sometimes we need to explain for our kids, for our classmates, for our neighbors, for the people we work with, for the people we study with, for our relatives, for our husbands, the mistake that they are doing. So we want to explain, clear the picture. So M signifies what, Brother Jeffrey? Move the fog picture. I didn't write it because I wanted to do. This is your homework.
Yes.
So mistake consists of 7 letters, have 7 mistakes, or having 7 techniques used by the Prophet to fix the mistakes of others. So the first letter M signifies moving the foggy picture, clearing out, explaining why this is a mistake. Clear? Shall we move to the other letter? What is the other letter, brother, sister Michelle?
I.
I. So we'll move to I. I signifies ignoring. Ignoring. Sometimes we should ignore. Ignorance and ignoring the mistakes doesn't mean that we are bad people, that we are not smart. Pretending that we do not know or we do not see, this is one of the best qualities that we can have. That's why in Arabic, Ammu Ishaq, he can translate it, ليس الغبي بسيد قومه إنما سيد قومه المتغابي, which means those who don't understand, they are the worst people in the community. But those who pretend that they do not understand, they are the masters in the community. They are the leaders. I will give you an example from the Sunnah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, a man, as we know the story, urinated in the masjid. Beat in the masjid, the house of Allah. The Prophet ignored. He knows that this man doesn't know this. Doesn't know that this is haram. This is a Bedouin man. He doesn't have any knowledge at all. He doesn't have any soft behavior. So sometimes when we ignore the mistakes of others, not all the time for sure, especially in the first time, we should be a type of smart people in dealing with their mistakes by ignoring. Try just to know to not to look at it and deeply have a concern for it. No, if it is the first time, if it happens once, we should ignore it. We should let it go. This is the second letter in dealing with the mistakes. So the first letter, M, signifies moving the foggy picture, clearing out the mistakes and explaining why it is not right. And number two, ignoring the mistakes. Again, this is not all the time, especially in the first times. Sometimes we need to ignore, not to stop by every mistake of others. Right. The third letter, Brother Jeffrey?
S.
S. Oh.
Which
S
yes.
signifies one of the important techniques used by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is, focus on that, stop blaming.
Stop blaming.
Do not blame all the time. Stop blaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give you an example. During the Salah time, one of the Sahaba called Muawiyah as-Sulami, someone sneezed in the Salah. He turned to him and he said, Yarhamukallah. The Sahaba didn't like it, start to tap their bodies that he's talking during the Salah. He started talking to them. Why are you talking to me? Why are you looking at me? What did I do wrong? This is all in the Salah. So the man after that finished the Salah, and the Prophet Muhammad didn't blame him. Someone talked in the Salah. The Prophet Muhammad didn't tell him, how come you talk in the Salah while we are praying and while we are praying, while we are in the Salah, standing in front of Allah. The Prophet easily said that during the Salah time, we do not say any words from these words that we say when we talk to people. During the Salah, we read Quran, we recite Quran, we make tasbih, we make dhikr, we make dua. So the Prophet didn't blame this man for this mistake. And this is something very important. We should not blame all the time. Blaming, subhanallah, causes our kids to have such type of lose of self-confidence. Why? Because their parents blame them a lot. And sometimes they lie because their parents will blame them for what they are doing. So they lie. So this is one of the mistakes that we have. But this is not only for the kids, this is with everyone. Sometimes we need to stop blaming, especially with our kids. So M signifies what? Moving the foggy picture.
Move the fog.
Yes, mashallah, move the fog. And number two, I ignore sometimes, especially when it is in the beginning.
Right.
Number S, which is the third letter. Doing what, Abu Ishaq?
Stop blaming.
Stop blaming.
Stop blaming. Stop blaming. Okay? So blaming causes a lot of diseases in the hearts of the youngsters. They will lose the self-confidence and they will lie because this frequency of blaming from the side of the parents. Okay, fine. Let us move to the fourth letter. What is the fourth letter?
The
A.
T.
T.
Oh, T. Sorry.
T. Talking nicely. Talking nicely. We can use two statements. They deliver the same meaning. One of them is destructive and the other one is productive. I will give you an example. Abdullah ibn Umar, he was not performing night prayer and he saw a bad dream and he said this dream to his daughter, to his sister, and his sister was Hafsa, the wife of the Prophet. She said to the Prophet Muhammad the dream of her brother. So the Prophet said a wonderful statement. He didn't say, oh, Abdullah doesn't make Qiyamul Layl, he should make Qiyamul Layl. He said a wonderful statement. He says, نِعْمَ الرَّجُلُ عَبْدُ اللَّهِ لَوْ كَانَ يَقُومُ اللَّيْلِ. The best man is Abdullah if he makes Qiyamul Layl. When Mu'adh ibn Jabal made a mistake, the Prophet says, how come you make this mistake? He says, Ya Mu'adh, I thought you are the most knowledgeable person in the Medina. How come you say this? So see how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was dealing with the mistakes, how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't give a hard time, how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used the word, the nice words, nice words. If our sons make mistakes, we can just use nice words instead of just using these destructive words. We can talk nicely. When people come to the masjid and make mistakes, we shouldn't talk to them in front of everyone. Talk to them aside. I love you for the sake of Allah. You shouldn't do this. But if you say, you did this, don't do this, now are they going to listen to us?
Yeah.
Subhanallah, yani, one of my friends, he was working in a bakery, and subhanallah, he says, I had a nice manager. He said that, you are what they call it, the dough, you are mixing it in a good way, but I can tell you another way, and you can choose which one you love better. He wanted to tell him that the way that you mix the dough is not good, but he used another way. So those are the good managers, the smart managers, those who know how to deal with the mistakes. So talk nicely. This is what the Prophet Muhammad did. We can use two statements. One of them is going to cause a lot of harm to the psychology of the people who make mistakes, and the other one can help a lot. So
Move.
Moving the person picture.
Clearing
Move
out
the
the
fog.
mistake. Yes, MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Moving the fog.
And all these are my words.
Ignore.
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 All these are my innovations. So if I make a mistake, please correct me. Brother Jeffrey and Sister Michelle, you are native speakers. So whenever you see a mistake, let me know, inshallah. So all these are my innovations. So I want to make it easy. So M, moving the fog picture. I ignoring.
Ignore.
Have S, stop
Stop
blaming.
blaming.
And then T.
Talk nicely.
Talk nicely.
Okay, now we have, what is the common letter?
A.
A. Accept apology. If someone makes a mistake, it's fine. من ذا الذي ما ساء قط ومن له الحسنى فقط. Who doesn't make mistakes? We all make mistakes. So we should forgive. We should tolerate. What is the worst thing that the person can do in the battlefield? Can you imagine? What is the worst thing that the person can do in the battlefield?
Make a mistake.
To pass out the knowledge and the details and the secrets of the army, right?
Right.
To tell this is what they call here the great the betrayal, right? Or the big betrayal or the great betrayal, right? So
yes.
When you transfer the secrets of the army to, this is what Hatib ibn Balta'a did. Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a did that. He told Mecca, the people of Mecca, that the Prophet coming in an army to invade you. And he wrote something and sent it. And Allah revealed to the Prophet that, and the Prophet sent to Sahaba to catch the woman who carries this letter that he was sending. And he says, Ya Rasulullah, you all have families there. And I don't have family, so that's why I wanted to do a favor. So that's why, I will have a good relation with them. So the Prophet Muhammad accepted his apology. His explanation was wrong, for sure. But despite of that, because he attended the Badr and he attended the first Battle of Badr, the Prophet Muhammad accepted his apology. And he made one of the major mistakes, which is the betrayal and transferring the secrets and revealing the secrets of the army. And the Prophet accepted his apology. The people of Mecca, When the Prophet ﷺ entered Mecca, they killed his Sahaba, they did a lot, they kicked him out to go to Mecca, to go to Medina. Despite of this, he forgave them. He accepted their apology, so we should accept the apology. This is the letter A. And then we have what? Brother Zafar. K signifies what? And I know maybe we do not pronounce K, but this verb starts with K, which is knocking on the emotions. Now, my son does not pray, or is not praying Salatul Asr. My daughter doesn't pray. My son doesn't pray. My workmate doesn't pray. And I want him to pray. I'm just giving an example. So I use the emotions. I knock on the emotions. I say to my husband, you do like to be with us in Jannah? We want to enter Jannah together. Such words that touch the hearts can make a difference. You know, I love you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want to tell you something. You start with having these emotions to catch the hearts of people. This will help a lot. There is a story for Ibn Abbas. Who's Ibn Abbas? Who's Ibn Abbas? Ibn Abbas is the cousin of the Prophet.
Yes.
So he is from the family of the Prophet, right? One time it happened that someone had disagreement with him. And he was so harsh on it. He was so harsh with Ibn Abbas. He started to say bad words. You know, Ibn Abbas wanted to deliver a message that he made a mistake. You know what did he say to him? I think Abu Usaid Sa'idi doesn't remember how much I'm close to the Prophet and to his family. If he remembers this, he would not say what he said to me. If he knew that, or if he remembered that I'm from the family of the Prophet and he loves the Prophet and loves his family, he would not say that. Right? So now, knock on the emotions. Everybody, you know, has emotions, and this strongly affect him or her. So catch the hearts of people. Try to capture their hearts. Try to shoot their hearts with your akhlaq, with your good words, with, you know, these lovely situations. The Prophet, when he started to make da'wah, he invited people for lunch. He made food and he invited people and he wanted to tell them the message, his message. The Prophet Muhammad sallam, when he went to Jabal Safa to tell people that I'm Rasulullah, he started to saying to them, if I told that there is a warrior, there is an enemy coming to invade you and to kill you, are you gonna believe in me? Yes. Then he says, I'm Rasulullah. So the Prophet says, I'm Rasulullah, believe in me. No. The Prophet wanted to deliver a message, to build a trust, to touch their hearts. You believe me, even if I tell you there is an enemy, no one would say, no, that you are a liar. You know me, that I'm honest, I'm truthful. So touching the hearts, knocking on the emotions. And then the last letter, Brother Jeffrey, is?
The E.
E.
Encouraging words.
Encouraging.
Encouraging. Use encouragement. Subhanallah. When they tame the lions or the wild animals, they encourage them and they award them a lot for the little deed. If they just make 5% of what is said to them, they give them a lot of reward. So encouraging words, encouragement in general for those who do the mistakes will help a lot. Use the encouraged words. Use encouragement. This will help a lot. And this is the akhlaq of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam encouraged the people, who will do this and he will enter al-Jannah. The Prophet says, I will give the flag and the leadership to someone whom Allah and his messenger loves him. And he loves Allah and his messenger. Everyone wished to be this man whom the Prophet ﷺ will appoint him as a leader. The encouraged words make a lot of difference. Let us repeat the word mistakes and the techniques that came in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to be landmine removers. So mistake, M-I-S-T-A-K-E. M signifies, every one of you should say one, inshallah. Yalla, we'll start with brother Zafar. M signifies the technique that the Prophet Muhammad used, which is?
Landmine removers, mine removers.
No.
Move the fog.
I'm not clear, Imam, to be honest, about the M. I'm still battling with it.
Move the fog. Clear it up.
Fog.
Move the fog. Clear the
Move the
picture.
fog.
Move the what?
Move the fog. It clear
Fog.
out.
Fog.
So the man came to the Prophet and says, allow me to do the haram. The Prophet ﷺ explained why it is haram.
So move what? I'm sorry, I'm still not.
The fog, the unclear picture. You know, this is smoke that we see that are in front of us in some days. We call them foggy days, hazy days, right?
Yeah.
Not clear.
Yeah, but I think Amos Haq using the word hazy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hazy or foggy, unclear picture. So those people who make mistakes, they don't know. They need someone to explain for them. Like the one who came to the masjid and he urinated in the masjid.
Yes.
This man knows, he should know that we cannot do this, right? So we need to clear out before everything, right? So the people who come from different cultures, the non-Muslims who come, the police officers, when they come and enter the masjid, and it's hard to take off their shoes. Some of them, they enter the masjid with their shoes. So we can say, how come? How dare you? You did this. Clear out for him. Tell him that this is the masjid. This is the place where we enter without shoes. Please use this plastic or take off your shoes. So that's why we'll make things clearer to people. We should explain. Clear, Brother Zafar?
But connotation with the M is still confusing me.
Move the foggy picture. Clear out the mistake.
Okay, move the foggy picture.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Explain why is it mistake? Is it a mistake?
Explaining it clearly.
Yeah, explain it. Why is it a mistake? Some people make mistakes and they don't know. So I want to tell him or her that this is a mistake.
Yeah. Okay, I understand now.
Someone does something and he doesn't know whether it's haram. The kid who was eating from here and there, the Prophet says to what? When you eat, say Bismillah, eat from what is closer to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I am always haq.
No.
Identifies what?
Oh, the second one?
Yes,
Second one is ignoring mistake.
Allahu Akbar, ignore the mistakes. Do not always, look at the mistake. No, sometimes, especially in the first ones, you ignore. Brother Jeffrey? S?
S is
a very important technique, huh?
When I just had it on my ignore the mistakes.
Stopping.
Stop what?
Stop blaming.
Stop blaming. Anas is spent with the Prophet a long time, and he was a young man serving the Prophet. He spent 9 years, and the Prophet didn't blame him, and his job was a servant to serve the Prophet. Imagine 9 years, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ didn't blame him all these 9 years. Can you imagine this? This is very important. Stop blaming. And then T, Sister Michelle.
Talk nicely.
Talk nicely. Always talk nicely and use, the good words, because sometimes we use destructive words. And then A, who's with us in this session? Bismillah. A?
Accept the apology.
Accept the apology.
Accept the apology, and this is what the Prophet Muhammad did in his, for the people who killed the Sahaba and the people who forced them to leave his beloved place and Al-Kaaba and go to Al-Madinah. And then K,
knocking on the emotions.
On the emotions, touch the hearts of people. And then E,
to build trust.
Yes, E,
Encourage.
encouraging words or encouragement whenever we have. Let us repeat them. So our topic was mine removers, how to deal with the mistakes. And we
Right.
spelled the word mistakes in the techniques that came in the Sunnah. So M signifies, Brother Zafar, moving
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 the foggy picture, making
Right.
it clear.
Yes.
I
Ignore.
Ignore.
ignoring. I'm sorry, I have the no slide came in the middle. And S,
Stop
Stop
blaming.
not blaming. And then T,
Talk nicely.
Talk nicely.
nicely. And then A,
Accept
Accept the
apology.
apology.
Allahu Akbar. And K,
Knocking on the
Knocking on the
emotion.
emotions.
and then E.
encouragement.
Encouragement.
Can anybody say all of them? Sister Michelle, can you say all of them? So in the middle we have
Yes.
happy family. So I think it matches, right? It matches, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
It doesn't make a mistake. So maybe when we do this, or inshallah, hopefully when we do this, we have a lot of mistakes. Yalla, Sister Michelle. So M signifies
Move the fog. Clear it up.
yes, clear it out. And then
I is ignore the mistake, but not all the time, but sometimes you need to ignore.
and then S.
S, stop blaming.
Jazakumullah
T,
khair.
talk nicely. A, accept the apology. K, knock on the emotions. And E, encourage.
Jazakumullah khairan. طيب عمو إسحاق.
M, moving the fog, clear the pictures. I, ignoring the mistakes, sometimes, not all the time. And S, stop the blaming, do not blame the other person. And T, talk nicely, how to talk nicely to people. And a few examples, of course. And A, accept apology. And K is knocking on the emotion to build the trust between you and the when make mistake. And E, encouragement. And sometimes they follow by rewarding the person.
Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wa barakallahu fikum. This is like a research. I summarized.
Imam 11 out of 10.
Alhamdulillah. I summarized it. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm gonna, inshallah, save the video and send it to you, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, tomorrow to remember it. Jazakumullah khairan. All these techniques came in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I wish that my words, alhamdulillah, came out from the heart, touched the hearts. I wish we can practice this, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan wa
Thank you,
barakallah.
Imam. Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah khairan.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
سبحانك اللهم
Assalamu alaikum.
وبحمدك. جزاكم الله خير.
Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen.